Anytime you're working on an amp that uses tubes, the first thing you have to do is discharge it, because these things handle very high voltages, even if it's just one tube on the preamp, like this Marshall valve state that I'm working on. This thing goes up to 340 volts. That is lethal, and some of that will remain on this circuit long after you've unplugged it, because it gets stored in those capacitors that you see down there. So if I were to accidentally touch anything that's connected to those, that is bad news. So I gotta make sure that it is safe first, and I will be actually measuring that. I have my multimeter with a negative connected to the chassis, so that is ground, and I will be holding the other probe using exclusively my right hand. Why is that? Because the left hand is attached to the heart, and I don't want to be having any accidents and sending hundreds of volts to that side of the body, so this one goes into my pocket or behind my back, okay? And using only this hand, I will be testing pins 1 and 6 of this socket, which on an ECC 83 or 12AX7, that is the anode or plate voltages. So yeah, that's the scary one. So I'll be testing there, and we have 115 volts. That is not good. And I have over 110 on pin 6. And that's just because this thing has been unplugged for quite a while. Because if I had just unplugged it, that'd be like way higher. So I have to drain all that energy to ground, and for that I will be using a resistance. Some people use just a straight wire because you cause a lot of sparking, because you are discharging the caps way too abruptly and you end up also damaging or destroying the components. So use a resistance instead. Anything above a couple Ks is fine. You just connect one of the terminals to ground, and still using only my right hand, holding from the insulation, I will be touching pin 1, and I will wait a few seconds to make sure that this is discharged and safe. Now I will be touching pin 6, doing the exact same thing. I will wait a few seconds so that I'm sure that it's been discharged. And now I will test again, still using my right hand, because anything could have gone wrong. I don't know. I test first before using anything or doing anything with my left hand, okay? So now pin 1 is not even 3 volts. And pin 6, it's also 3 volts. So now this amp is safe to work on using both hands, okay? But before that, you discharge everything and using only the right hand.